Hey, it's Rob from Wheelworks Bike Shop in Dublin. We have something really cool today. We have a Trek Speed concept. It's an SLR 7, so the number relates to the build. Ultegra, Di2, Bontrager Aeolus Pro 51. But the really cool thing here, obviously, is the paint. This is a limited edition that Trek did for their Olympic athletes. So all of the Olympic road cyclists, mountain bikers, triathletes had this paint scheme. The violet was I think it was the colour of the Olympics in Paris this year, and it's called Tete de la Course. That's my Dublin accented French for you. So we'll run through some of the specs. This is a size small. It's a Project 1 bike, so it's full custom build in terms of the spec. We went with the flat base bar, which is the lower base bar position. You've got tons of adjustability with the cockpit. We can change the height of the stackers, we can change the angle of them, you can change the width. You've got internal storage for your gels and bars and bits and pieces. You've got what's called an ISO-speed decoupler here, which basically means that your seat post is mounted on a bearing system, which allows some flex and gives you more comfort. You've got drop seat stays, which improves aerodynamics. You've got deep seat stays, deep down tube, seat tube, fork and handlebar, and that's all to improve the aerodynamics. You've got internal storage on the Speed concept, aero bottle to improve aerodynamics, and you've got internal storage in the frame. So this guy will store a tube, little mini tool, CO2 canister, tyre levers, and that all sits inside the frame. For long distance racing, you'll be carrying spares with you. Double clip on the bottom. Oh yeah, for this guy here. Yeah. So this is for taking out. So if you're running a long neck valve tube, that's okay. But if you've got a shorter tube and you're putting a valve extender on it, this is a valve key for removing the valve core, so you can run a longer valve on it. We get asked all the time, does this bottle cage work on regular bottles? And it actually doesn't work on regular and any other frame, because it bolts into the bottom part of the frame down here. Because of the way the Speed concept has this storage, you don't have the normal spacing for a bottle cage on this cage. If you're using a regular cage, you'd mount the bottle up higher. But that bottle is only compatible with the Speed concept. The Ultegra level bike, they don't do Ultegra level tri-bar brake levers and calipers that are actually Dura Ace. So you've got Dura Ace levers, Dura Ace calipers. Like I said, you've Bontrager Aeolus Pro 51, so 51mm deep wheels. This was pointed out to me the other day by a friend of mine who's just gotten the new Speed concept and also had an old one. The new Speed concepts, or the new high-low saddle, so the tri-specific saddle, has all this rubbery, grippy surface on it. So for triathlon and time trialing, you tend to sit right up on the nose, and very often you'll have the saddle tilted down a tiny bit because you're rotated so far forward. And the older saddle was just smooth and you slipped all the time on it. The new one has this grippy rubber finish on it, and it stops you from sliding off the saddle, essentially. I think that's probably all the features. So it's mostly, with this one, it's all about the paint. So we let Chad do a little close-up of the paint. You can see there's a beautiful sparkle in it, and it changes colour from pink to violet to light blue. So that's it.